Okay, now it's going to get a little bit more difficult. It says write a slope-intercept equation for a line with the given characteristics, and all they give me is 2 random points. The first point, 7, 0, that's actually the x-intercept, but the slope-intercept form of a line, this thing right here, slope-intercept form, that's actually the y equals mx plus b, and b is the y-intercept. That would be if it was 0, 7. This is 7, 0. So that's of no help to me whatsoever. So I still want to use the point slope form of a line like I did in the last example, number 17, except in the last example, I can scroll back for you. In the last example, they gave me the slope and then some random point. On this one, they're giving me 2 random points and no slope whatsoever. So my first task is, we'll call it step 1, is to find the slope. Step 1. And I do know that the slope is a y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I just have to plug all the right numbers in. So I'll use my highlighters again. If I can get it to work. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Okay, so y sub 2, that is the y coordinate of the second point. That would be this negative 5. And then y sub 1 would be the y coordinate of the first point, which would be this 0. And x sub 2, that's the x coordinate of the second point, which will be 5. And x sub 1 is the x coordinate of the first point, which would be that. So it's going to be negative 5 minus 0 over 5 minus 7. And just in case you're not seeing it, there's the 7, there's the 0, there's, sometimes this thing is so touchy. There's the negative 5. There we go. And there's the 5. So pink minus yellow over blue minus purple. It's a color coding thing for me. Anywho, negative 5, take away nothing is a negative 5. And 5 minus 7, that's a negative 2. And don't divide 2 into 5 because you're going to get like 2.5. Slope is the change in y over the change in x. But since it's a negative divided by a negative, I can at least say that it's a positive 5 over 2. All right, so that was step 1. And now step 2 is the exact same thing I did back on 17. Go back to 17. I used the point slope form of a line. This equation right here. All right, because now I have the slope. And you have a slope and you have 2 points. So you can pick either one of these points. It doesn't matter. Come on, computer. There we go. I'm going to go back to the y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. And I know now that my slope, let's pick a, how about fuchsia? I know that my slope there is what's going to go there. And now you have to pick one of the 2 points. It really doesn't matter which one you pick. However, since one of them has a coordinate of 0, I think this guy would be much easier to work with, which means that the 0 is your y coordinate. That's going to go where y sub 1 is. And your 7 is the x-coordinate, so that's going to go where x sub 1 is. So this thing becomes y minus 0 equals, the slope is 5/2, and then that's x minus 7. And this is nice because y minus 0, that's just y. And then on the other side, I am going to have to distribute. You're going to have to take the 5/2 times the x and also the 5/2 times the minus 7. Well, 5/2 times x is a 5/2 x minus 5/2 times 7. If you don't have your calculator and you take this times 7, it's actually 7 over 1. And so numerator times numerator, that's a 35 over denominator times denominator, and that's a 2. This is my equation. Y equals 5/2 x minus 35/2. And that's in the slope-intercept form. There you go. It's just that easy.